A reading from the Gospel of Mark. Jesus summoned the 12 and began to send them out 2 by 2, and gave them authority over unclean spirits. He instructed them to take nothing for the journey but a walking stick, no food, no sack, no money in their belts. They were, however, to wear sandals, but not a second tunic. He said to them, "Wherever you enter a house, stay there until you leave. Whatever place does not welcome you or listen to you, leave there and shake the dust off your feet in testimony against them." So they went off and preached repentance. The 12 drove out many demons, and they anointed with oil many who were sick, and cured them. One of the most misunderstood Christian traditions is the idea that there were only 12 apostles. But that is not the case. Notice how whenever we hear about them, they are never called the 12 apostles, but rather the 12. And today's gospel details the moment where the 12 go from simply being disciples to apostles. And how does one become an apostle of Jesus? In order to understand this, we first must understand its definition. The word apostle means sent person. In other words, a person becomes an apostle when he or she is sent out by Jesus to proclaim the good news to everyone. Seems fairly simple and straightforward, right? However, when we think about it in context of the Gospels and Paul's letters, we find that there are more instances where Jesus sends out apostles. For example, Paul of Tarsus sees a vision of Jesus on the road to Damascus, and he says Jesus sends him out to spread the good news to the Gentiles. That's why we call him Paul the Apostle. So that proves that there are at least 13 apostles. Furthermore, when Jesus appears to Mary Magdalene after his resurrection, he sends her out to tell the 12 what had occurred, thus bringing the number of apostles to 14. Finally, Paul the Apostle refers to a female disciple named Junia, who he deems to be foremost among the apostles, implying that Jesus had sent her out as well. Thus, we have at least 15 apostles in the New Testament. As a result, knowing the definition of apostle as a sent person, this disproves the tradition that there are only 12 apostles. Furthermore, it also implies that there can be an unlimited amount of sent people, i.e., apostles. And for us, if we follow Paul's logic, if God appeared to you in a dream or in a vision and sends you out to teach the gospel of Jesus, that would make you an apostle as well. As a result, how would you respond if Jesus appeared to you and sent you out? Would you do as the 12 did and go preach to all nations? Or, if we take it a step further, do we really need to wait for Jesus to make us an apostle to spread the good news? After all, Christians rightly interpret the Great Commission in the Gospel of Matthew as Jesus telling us to go out and preach the gospel to all nations. So if you're catching my drift, does that mean we too would qualify as an apostle? Maybe we already are one.